Rock rolling.
Yes. Okay. Hello and welcome, everybody. We're here at the booth of the IGA, which is supported also by New Zealand. When you hear background noise, I do apologize, but it is a conference going on. About 1,100 people are here today for World Geothermal Conference 2020 plus one. My name is Mari Brommer. I am the Executive Director of the IGA, and that stands for the International Geothermal Association. And it is a great pleasure to see so many of you, both online, but also here at our booth, to join us for this side event that we organize specifically for the Central America delegation. I am also very proud, and we're going to work much closer over the coming years, because due to our agreement, our MOU between IGA and GIZ, we are seeing already quite some fruitful collaborative actions in the region, specifically for direct use. Now, I am a big fan, obviously, of geothermal power, but I'm a bigger fan of direct use. So to seeing that through in the coming years will be fantastic. And it is a pleasure to have Ana Lucia here as well, representing the Geo2 program, under which leadership, I am sure we will see many, many initiatives taking place. Ana Lucia, I was asked to give you the floor to talk about specifically the Geo2 project, what it is that you do in all the countries, and how you plan for the coming years to make the ideas come into action.
Thank you, Marit. Thank you very much for this introduction. Thank you all. Thank you to all the experts coming from Guatemala, from El Salvador, Honduras, Costa Rica, and all the dear participants that are connecting with us today. It's a very pleasure for us, for GIZ, to be part of this side event and this opportunity of sharing and knowing of what is going on in terms of direct uses in other parts of the world, and also sharing with you what we are doing in the region. I would like to ask you all just a very short question to the audience, and please think of your answer. It is always crucial, it is vital in every activity, in every project, in every goal, to start defining why. Start with why to define your inspiration, your motor. Why are you here today? Why are you connected? Why geothermal? It is a vast source of energy. It is 24/7. It is cleaner than many other sources of energy. For the SICA countries, it means a great opportunity to decrease the oil dependency, to create job opportunities, to innovate, to become an example of a region with clean energy solutions with geothermal. And that brings us to be here to share with you what we are working in the region since some years ago. As project manager of the regional project of the German cooperation called Geothermal Heat Utilization for Industrial Processes in the SICA member countries, I would like to share with you that there is a wonderful team working hard for the Central American countries, Dominican Republic and Belize. At the beginning, maybe 5 years ago, this work was focused on getting the interest of the countries and the energy ministries on geothermal, focused on direct uses. Now, I am happy to say that ministries and also the private sector, which is really important, are more than interested, are hands-on to make things happen, and our cooperation project is here to continue helping in this process to get geothermal direct uses on the ground. Our cooperation on behalf of the German Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development has four areas of action, and that I would like to share with you very briefly. One of them is regarding legal framework conditions. Of course, it's important to work on this area. One of the most amazing things, and that it's really the core, I think, of our project right now, is the demonstrative projects. Of course, we need to get these projects on the ground and working on. and we will be helping on this. Also, third area of action is developing methods and instruments for decision makers to invest or to develop projects. And the fourth area of action is exchange of experience, like the activities we are going to be having this week. This side event is part of all this. As Marit already mentioned, we have recently signed an agreement with IGA. They have visited us to the region. We are thankful for reaching out to work together. There is a big experience to be shared from both sides and build up a bridge between the geothermal region network and IGA. Maybe going back to my question at the beginning of why geothermal, let me elaborate a little bit more. New opportunities, of course, to enhance competitiveness, cooperation opportunities to develop public-private partnerships, for example, and we are willing to develop a lot of these ones in the region. Professional exchange and a lot of knowledge to be shared between experts from our region, because we do have a lot of knowledge and potential, geothermal potential, but also getting information from other parts of the world. International networks. Of course, thinking of sustainability is a very sustainable source of energy. And these are some ideas, and you can have your answer in your head right now. I gave you some of them from my professional side of why. But let me share with you a personal why. I just came from maternity leave, and every time I see my little daughter laugh, I really feel I need to leave her a world with renewables and clean air. And I invite you all to make the most of this event this week, to learn, to exchange, make contact, and contribute to answer of why geothermal. And take into account that our region, the Rica region, has a lot of potential, and we will be sharing with you soon some of the experiences and things we are doing right now, and we will do in the future, in the near future. Thank you again, and please enjoy of this activity, this side event, and also the rest of the activities in the World Geothermal Congress.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ana Lucia. This was very good. I will also reflect on the why after this session. Okay, I see it's now time for Gregor. You will do that. Okay, Bernard will take over and discuss the impressions, but also to discuss a little bit the opportunities that came forward during the visit of IGA, Gregor Roemberg, in the El Salvador and Honduras region. Bernard, over to you.
Thank you, Marit. Thank you, everybody, to be here today. Thank you. Great. So we have a lot of fans here, of Central America. I think it's the best region, the most dynamic region in geothermal we have today. So yeah, it was really nice to have Gregor with us with the GO2 project. Please, we need the face. So he came after a long planning. All this COVID thing was too difficult. We wanted to visit all the 8 Rica countries. Finally, we visited El Salvador and Honduras. It was a really great experience to have more, and you are all invited here, all of you. So the idea is really that you will come and see how nice are the people. You can see them here on the screen. So we know they are not only like business partners. It's not only to make some new geothermal project. No, it's not this. We have new friends. We have really got new friends, and we want to work with them and bring and push forward the direct use of geothermal in the whole region. The potential, to talk about the potential, I don't have to repeat it. I think we talked more than 10 years about it. I heard yesterday some other allies of us, they came to the region 10, 20, 50 years ago. And there it is. There is the geothermal direct use in your backyard. And you can use it everywhere. You can use it in Guatemala. We will hear about it. You can use it in Honduras. So there is a special connection, and we will push it a little bit more forward today. In Costa Rica, what can I tell about Costa Rica? There are so many words are spoken, and we have a lot of projects in Costa Rica. So again, please come. You're invited to come with us, with the GIZ, with the IGA, with all our the other partners. There's IRENA, the World Bank, IDB. Everybody is with us, working there hard. That's the pilot projects will happen. And yeah, what can I do? Say anything more? That's it. This is my why. This is my dream to have a real tangible project soon in the region. So thank you, Gregor. Thank you, Marit, to make it happen that Gregor could come to us. It was really one of the highlights. Let's say this is my second highlight this year, but the first one was the visit of Gregor and the IGA in the region. Thank you a lot.
Super. So. Well, I'm very happy to hear that. Yeah. Thank you, Bert. Yes, and also so enthusiastic. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. It makes me want to come as well.
Yeah. You're invited.
Well, thank you. Okay, so we're going to look at 4 projects, and we have a slideshow.
Yeah, Irving, now the presentation, please.
Yes, exactly. And we're going to start with, if I pronounce it all right, at least, San Michkael.
San Michkael, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I will make a little change here. It's only that's now you are part of the discussion.
Okay.
So together with with you, Lisa.
Yeah.
So nice. What we will start. Okay. Carlos Suturno.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Very well, very well.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, geothermal world everywhere. This is the San Michkael project in Guatemala. San Michkael project is a multiple direct geothermal applications open pilot project. It's an integrated project that includes all the phases that a project can have, starting from exploration, land acquisition, drilling, site development and construction, assessments on the use of the geothermal energy, and in multiple direct applications, construction of facilities and manufacture of equipment, and using our local technology, development of business models, and finally marketing and commercialization, and show me the money. Okay, so
very good, Carlos. Yes, Carlos.
You know that all those stages were done vertically by the company. That means we did the exploration, we did the drilling in-house with our own equipment. We built the equipment to develop the facilities. And mostly that's because it's an excessive technology that could be spread around in all the world. And our vision is to share this with everybody and to be a catapult so this could expand everywhere, especially in undeveloped countries. Our site is about 2 acres, and you can see in the next photograph. There we have multiple applications. If you can, I don't know if you can switch to the next photograph. We have in our project. We have dehydration. We use the vapor for in a mini turbine to produce our own electricity when we need it. We have pasteurization, so we can treat our vegetables and what we are going to dehydrate. And we use the cascade method, and later on we switch into using the energy that is being left over for candle production. And finally, we use that water for the internal use of the mini complex of different industries where we're trying to host between the small mining industrial site. Right now we are working with GIZ, assessing two basic items initially. One is the marketing studies, and then the cooling technology that we wanna apply in one of the warehouses that is about 400 square meters. So that's the way we are, and this is the San Michkael geothermal project. It's an open pilot project that we want to share with whoever is interested in developing this. We have documented all our stages, and we are willing to share this with anyone that would like to develop a project such as this. Thank you very much, and from Guatemala, San Michkael project. Thank you.
Excellent. And what's that? What do I see here? Mango?
Yeah, that's mangoes.
Oh, nice. Oh, and we have that. Do we have some the dried fruit? We have it.
Mangoes over there.
Yay! We have the mango. Oh, very nice. Yes. Look, we got it. Yay. Very good. Okay. Thank you, Carlos. A pleasure. Thank you. Okay.
Bye.
The next one that I see that we are now going to show is FundaGeo, El Salvador, and Stephanie.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Isa.
Hi, Ellie. Well, I would like to put you in context. FundaGeo was created in 2006 as a part of the social responsibility of the GEO. And I want to answer the question of the why is because we want to return a little bit of all the blessings that geothermal power gives us to the electricity sector. So FundaGeo was created, and our main objective is our communities. That's our why. That's my inspiration, our communities. So we have a lot of productive projects like coffee, candles. Well, the idea is to use the geothermal steam in creating candles. So 2 years ago, we started with the craft project of candle making through the use of a low enthalpy geothermal steam. This is in Nahuachapán. We use the natural renewable resource, and we also create some jobs to the people in our communities. For the process of making candles, a low enthalpy steam bulb is open to a kettle. This kettle is 130 degrees Celsius. So we add some paraffin and color and a little bit of oil, and we get the mixture done and cool the paraffin onto 100 degrees Celsius. This is all used with geothermal power. So one of our projects in FundaGeo is the violence prevention. These candles are used for it. First, we get money by selling them and use it to prevent the violence. And also we're creating courses for people to learn how to make these candles. So we encourage the entrepreneurship of attendance on this subject. These are our candle projects, and we're also making a coffee drying machine. We're trying to use the geothermal power. We are in the implementation part, so I can't talk about it, but it will be fun to use geothermal in drying coffee. I think that's it for our project.
And I thank you, Stephanie. It looks very, very nice. I also think we have the coffee here, all the way from El Salvador. Yay!
What's so funny?
And we also have the honey. Yes. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. You're right. It is Are you also saying something? No?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, you're now, right?
No,
Yeah,
so
please. Yeah.
I just want to tell you that that Laheo is friendly and with harmony with the community. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Not just the production of electricity, but also in direct use. Yeah. Yeah. That is the aim of our
Yeah.
direct use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Very good. Very good. Okay, then. Oh, nice pictures, this. Hey, Gregor, I see you.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so we're moving now to the hotel sector, and we're talking about cooling, which is an important topic, also to avoid, of course, some CO2 emissions if we do that through geothermal. Pedro, I have your name here to speak about cooling in the hotel sector.
Hello, everybody. Greeting for
Pero
all
kasi
of
no.
you. I will talk about our project in Costa Rica. We are working with Recreo Verde Hotel, Water Spring and Spa. I think that will be the first demonstrative project in tourist sector in Central America. We are working together with GIZ, Costa Rica University, and the hotel. The hotel is a peaceful and private stay in Costa Rica with different spa, cold water pools, trail, picnic areas, canopy, rappel, one of the highest waterfall in the country, called waterfall of Toro River, with more than 200 meters of height. We are working with three different wells of thermal water in the hotel to use direct for direct use of geothermal of low enthalpy for the hotel to increase energy efficiency of the hotel. We have 4 stays. We are in first and second stage study and design system to improve the different technology for cooling and heating system. And then we are working with selection, construction, operation, and maintenance of the system in the hotel. In this moment, we have a different characterization of the water, of the river, and the wells, thermal wells, and topographic study and different design of the system. We have one of these well is a flow water. It's a flowing well, and we need to use for a hot point for the cooling of different cabins of the hotel. We have selected heat pumps with a system of VRF, variable refrigerant flow, to interact with two different points, with a hot point from thermal well and a cold point from the river. And there are 2 projects in this hotel for a comfort of the greenhouse to produce different agricultural products for the restaurant and to sell to the region, and with an integrated aquaponic system to this greenhouse, working with one well of the properties. We are working with a design of two heat exchanger, one heat exchanger for the flowing well. This is the type of shell and tube, and the ProFlow heat exchanger for the cold point from the river, from the Toro River. This is the main of the project that we are working in this moment. Thank you.
Nice, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Pedro. That was very interesting. The next up is cheese production. And Diana, it is your turn. And this is in Honduras.
Hello, everyone. Have an energetic morning. It is a pleasure to present to you the photos of two geothermal manifestations situated in a remote site in the south of Honduras, where we can see a file of fumaroles with about 98 degrees Celsius of temperature, which is used by the locals to cook eggs and other foods. There's also a creek that generates temperatures of around 89 degrees Celsius at surface level. About 200 meters away from the fumaroles lives Don Gustavo, an Honduran micro-entrepreneur who has been preparing quesillo for 35 years. Quesillo is a type of cheese that is obtained by cooking the milk, which is later coagulated, obtaining this way a more solid form. Quesillo is a daily intake product, fundamental for a lot of typical Honduran gastronomy diet dishes. Don Gustavo manufactures the quesillo in a very artisan way and uses firewood as an energy source without knowing that right in his backyard there is a hot water well with temperatures of up to 60 degrees Celsius, whose heat could replace the firewood's energy, preventing the smoke inhaling, which brings many harms to his health. It is so that we have built a research team that is designing this pilot project, made up of a multidisciplinary team from different universities, mostly women, anxious to make this entrepreneurship a reality of quesillo geotérmico. Thank you very much to all.
Oh, fantastic, thank you. And I heard if we get a geothermal direct use project in Honduras, it will be the first one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic, yes. So let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Okay, Diana, thank you so much. This was very insightful and also nice pictures. I love to see those young women there. Thank you for sharing that. That's fantastic. Okay, we have half an hour left. And what we wanted to do in the coming, let's say, 20 minutes, having a group discussion between both online and here on site, between the audience, online and on site, to talk about a couple of things. And I shall be your moderator in that. I'm really looking forward to have an active discussion, both online and here, and hopefully also in between. And we're going to talk about a couple of points. First of all, applied direct use technologies in the region. We're going to talk about impact to the community, specifically the social impact. Very important, investment opportunities. Money makes the world go round, but certainly the drill bit. And then next steps and timeline. So I am going to ask the question first, and maybe someone on the online side could take this question. But what I would like to hear first is the applied direct use technologies that you have in the region. Maybe give us here at this side a bit of a understanding what has already been done, what we have in the region, and talk about what the potential is of scaling those existing technologies up. Who would like to take that first challenge?
Who dares? Choose one. Carlos.
Carlos? Yes?
Carlos.
Carlos, it's you.
Over to you.
You have been nominated.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Let me just, okay, here. Yes, the beautiful thing about the low enthalpy geothermal systems is that the investment we have to make in order to take advantage of that energy is so much lower than the big, large geothermal projects for electricity production and megawatts and things like that. So we're talking investments like in the case of Honduras with Quesillo, something that could be done and reachable in small communities, and it could help directly to small farmers or special groups and things like that. In our project, we have been in several years working in different pieces of equipment that are being that we developed in Guatemala specifically, trying to cut some costs involved in the designing and making those pieces of equipment, basically because cost, time involved, and logistics to get the equipment from different countries. So I would say that is something that is reachable for multiple applications. You know, all of us, we know all the different applications we can take advantage of using the cascade effect and the different ranges of temperature for different industrial applications. So basically it's free energy after we made the initial investments, and could be obtained directly in a specific project like in Honduras, or it could be obtained from large projects like in Costa Rica, where or Lajeo in El Salvador, where they are already producing electricity, and the wastewater just goes to waste without taking advantage of the secondary energy applications. So that's the basic idea, and of course, the use of this technology allows to project a better image of what we are doing with geothermal in the larger scale projects. But on the lower end and medium end, we are also opening more opportunities for people all over the world and making every single place and locality completely independent and self-sufficient in matter of food production, in matter of using our own technology, and of course saving a lot of money importing hydrocarbons of other kind of fuels. So thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. I like to go to a next topic, and that is the social impact. I personally think that that is a very important topic. We can only grow geothermal when it's sustainable geothermal, and sustainability means we have to work with the community. I heard you say with Lajeo that you're doing it aligned. I like that word. You're aligning it with the community needs.
And it's being led by FundaGeo, Stephanie.
Okay.
Stephanie can
Yeah.
Them one.
So Stephanie, you have been nominated to speak to speak about social impact.
Thank you, Ellie.
Yes, thank you, Ali. Yes, thank you, Ali. Yes.
Yeah. It's my friend.
Well, yeah. Our main objective is to ensure the progress and the growth of the communities surrounding our power plants or our geothermal fields. So we're working in health, we're working in education, we're working in infrastructure, violence prevention, production. This is where in production projects, we generate jobs with the coffee, with the coffee, with the candles. So we're trying to give something to the people that geothermal gives us. So we're trying to help them and make them grow. Actually, that is our job, to help our communities.
And maybe to a follow-up question, because how can we measure that we have impact? How do we
Excuse
measure?
me?
How do we measure impact? What are the measurements that we can see? That we
¿Cuál es el mayor impacto?
Well, I think that happiness and the education that the little kids have now, that's how we measure it. We can't measure it by a number, but we can see in people how happy they are, how much we have 300 becas. I don't know how do you say it in English.
Scholarships?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scholarships. Yeah, we have 300 scholarships. So that's a measurement. We are making our kids professionals. That's
a fantastic measurement. It is a very strong performance to have. If you can give education to your children, that is a very strong measurement.
We really think that's our future.
Yes.
Education in our kids. So we're making it.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, great. They provide, FundaGeo provides a lot of job opportunities, mostly for women.
Yeah, as well. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that is at the beginning of their careers, or is it for
mostly the women in the community who can help?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
We're trying to empower women.
Yeah.
That's the idea, to empower the women of our communities.
Yeah.
So they're working in every aspect of FundaGeo, in the coffee fields, in the candle makings, in everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nice. Nice.
She's a very good leader.
Yeah. Of that
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, very good.
There's something very important we're doing. We are, how do you say alfabetizar, Eli? Alfabetizar. We're teaching to read and write to a lot of people in the communities, old people inclusive. We have an old man of 75 years that he is just learning to write and read. So that's a great impact too.
Yes, that's a huge impact. Yes.
Huge.
Is there anyone who wants to add something to that? On other types of social impact that we see in the region? Maybe you can nominate someone. Diana, it's now your turn.
I'm with my colleague, Rodrigo. He will translate if it's necessary. Ready?
Diana, la pregunta es si quieres como agregar algo con respecto al impacto social que tienen esos proyectos como el uso directo.
Of course, it's important to mention that it's a great opportunity to the people in the community to improve relativo a lo que es oportunidades de empleo en la zona. Estamos hablando de este emprendimiento, está en la zona rural del país, donde no son muchas las oportunidades, y vemos cómo el negocio de don Gustavo podría estarse ampliando, dando oportunidad para que gente de la población, incluida la mujer, pueda integrarse en la comercialización de lo que sería un quesillo geotérmico. Es una excelente oportunidad de empleo para los habitantes de la zona.
One of the biggest social impacts that this project might have in the community, since it's located in a very remote place in Honduras, is that this entrepreneurship can grow into giving jobs to a lot of people, including a lot of women in the commerce and selling, distribution, and selling commerce of the geothermal quesillo.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. Okay.
Last question, then promote.
Yes, exactly. So let's talk about investments and opportunities. Investment opportunities. Is that a good point? Who likes to speak?
Yeah, the audience laughing.
Yes. Who likes to take
Carlos.
Carlos? Carlos again. Carlos.
Well, that's a very tough topic to touch, and very sensitive topic, because that's the hardest stage that we have to overcome in our projects in Central America. Yeah. The banking community traditionally has a focus in other kind of projects, and they basically don't really fully understand the final and the potential of these kind of projects. So if we mostly, at least in my country, in Guatemala, you approach a bank with such a project, a development project, they prefer not to take the, because they don't fully understand it, and so the resources are allocated into different directions. You know, companies that are producing, or mortgage leveraged projects, things like that. So basically, the money is not fully available and at the disposition to make these kind of projects happen. So we have to reach other means. You know, we have to go private, and we are not talking. In this case, I'm talking no government projects funded. You know, some countries are lucky in the sense that their governments are focused in developing geothermal. In the case of our country, it is not. Unfortunately, in the last few years, we have been kind of put aside. So basically, we have to reach all kind of funds and all kind of opportunities to reach that investment. Now, that opens the door for private investors that have the vision and have the means and mostly the business concept that this could be a money-making activity. After we develop a project, the energy is there forever, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, available. Right now that we're talking, the energy is being wasted in so many projects that are producing energy without doing anything with it. So that vision, I would say that is going to help the project to develop. And from that end, we welcome the help and the participation of all this international effort, GIZ, the International Geothermal Association, and all the different entities that are aware of the potential of this opportunity, especially in undeveloped countries where the effects of such investments could make a big difference, especially in remote communities and small groups of people, producers increasing their income, making a better life in regard of better conditions and so on. So we need this participation of investors, a support in order to educate the banks and the local governments. So we welcome this support.
Yeah, and I think what I see, at the IGA, where we talk with the development banks, or even with the World Bank, or the KfW or the FMO, these development banks that serve projects, it seems to be, although it's not going that fast either for geothermal for electricity, but it seems to be in a more advanced way when it comes down to generating and raising funds to do large-scale critical infrastructure projects, such as big power plants. And then geothermal becomes labeled as green, and it unlocks the finance. Now, my observation is at the same time that if you want to do smaller projects, and direct use projects are in its own right smaller projects, it's very difficult to convince a bank to put money or to lend money or to formulate a grant or whatever it is, debt financing for small scale projects. So we say to each other sometimes, and I'm very keen to hear your opinion on this, and maybe with Gregor and Bernard and Ellie here, we can also have a conversation on, there seems to be a gap, and that's an investment gap between the large scale and the small scale. And how to turn that around, how to make a pipeline of projects that can be funded through an investment opportunity.
I think it's a challenge. I think it's a challenge, and it's something that is going to happen just by its own weight. However, at this point, it's a labor of educating people and letting them know, and mostly they have to understand that even so, these projects are not as large and income producers as the large geothermal projects for electricity. They also are profitable income producers in its own way. So that means that, in our case, we're a private company, and we have to make our living out of what we make. We have to make this business profit somehow, and that's the key of success. But the banks measure everything in the terms of, and since they don't understand what the risk is and all the stages involved, they prefer to say no. It's easier to say no, and there's no money available. So I think a program through the large banks or the large development investment activities will help a lot.
Yeah. I like your point about education, because I do think that in general, geothermal is not an easy topic for people outside geothermal. There is a lot of work to do to educate and to do that communication bit around what geothermal projects are, how they are categorized, and how to, let's say, put them in the categories around risk management and about opportunities. And I think that's educational bit, especially with the banks, could be a great next step as well for IGA to take on board. But thank you, Carlos. That was a very good suggestion. Thank you.
I would briefly just want to ask that one of the inconvenience that the banks find is the fact that the legislations in many countries don't even take care of what the low enthalpy geothermal applications are. So when they say, what is the legal framework of this? Oh, there's no law about it, or there's no regulation. So that's another point that has to be stressed, support to the regulations and open the doors for that kind of situations to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is key. If we have no legal framework, if you're not mentioned as a technology in a regulatory framework, it will be very difficult to unlock capital to make your projects happen. I agree with that. Yeah. Is there any other thing that you want to raise?
Maybe Pedro wants to-
Pedro. Hello, Pedro.
Hello, my apologies because I have no electricity in this moment. There are a big problem with for our region. We have a problem with a legal framework for different countries. The education, the people, the banks, the different organization don't know about the application of low enthalpy geothermal system. If you talk about geothermal, everybody is in electricity production, but we need to educate our politicians, our people, our financing system, that we have a great potential in our region for to get different application from low enthalpy. We have trying to educate in Costa Rica with our small demonstrative project for to involve different women from low income for to operate our greenhouse that we are designing, and trying to educate that in the tourist sector there are a big a big consumption of energy about cooling system, and we are trying to design a system with different potential of low geothermal energy in the hotel, that we decrease the consumption about 75% using a heat pump system from a geothermal water. And there are other problems with the financing. There are a great quantity of pymes, small business in the region, that they have some potential for to get some energy from geothermal source, but the financing system in the most of case trying to financing a small a big project, but there are a small project, there are a small business that need some financing for to implementing this project, and we need to educate this area of financing of projects, that there are a small business with a great potential for financing different projects in this area. Thank you.
Wonderful. And thank you so much for your contribution. That was really, really great. I think with that, I would like to go to the next next item. That's the crowdfunding for Honduras. I see we have a PowerPoint.
No, it's a PowerPoint, it's only explaining
Okay.
what we're doing.
Okay, good.
Gregor, we can go.
I'll join you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you want me to move?
No, please
No?
stay.
Okay. Okay.
Please
No,
stay,
yeah,
please
yeah, I
stay.
stay.
No,
but
it's only
I
for
moved out of
everybody.
the-
Everybody who's here,
Yeah.
please take your checkbook, no, your credit cards, let them here. Hopefully, they're without any limit. Minimum was 2,000 euro. Ah, no, it was 20. Oh, sorry.
We're making it.
It was 2,000 crowns, right? No, yeah, 20 euro, and you can get some really nice Central American products, and then yeah, you will support the cheese production, quesillo production, over there in the thousands of Honduras. So Diana, please, if you want to give some few words again to the quesillo and the product.
No, it's a pleasure for us to show the audience the quesillo, geothermal quesillo, geothermal quesillo. We will want to be a reality, this type of pilot project to impulse the geothermal in a direct use. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana.
And what is the target?
The target is, yeah, we need, if I understood right, we need $15,000 to realize this project. So yeah, we're working on it, and hope, what do you think, Gregor? We will achieve this here on the.
We're giving our best.
Yeah, we're giving our best. Yeah.
But we're not coming with empty hands. No worries.
So we will show the video of the casino project, and we'll promote it here in the whole conference to the audience. Maybe a last the photo. Make a photo, please. Everybody who's still online can put on the camera.
Yes,
So
that
we'll
would be
make
nice.
some screenshots from the audience. So please put on your camera. That's pretty good. Okay, perfect. Great. Hi, Naomi. Hi, Analu. Hi, Max. Please come on. So,
Hi.
Naomi, your
You are
turn.
enjoying, definitely. Very good.
Excellent. Okay. So, Naomi, yeah, say when you will make the photo.
Ok. Veo que ya algunos activaron su cámara. Por favor, el resto, si nos ayudan activándola en este momento para poder hacer la foto de grupo. Muy bien. Veo más camaritas activadas.
Oh, nice.
Perfecto. Ok, vamos. 3, 2, 1. Quiero ver esas sonrisas.
Geotermia.
Muy bien, geotermia. Usos directos.
Uso directo.
Very good.
Pablo, tenemos la foto.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Super. Thank you.
Ahí está la cámara de Ana también. Muy bien, gracias.
Okay, well, thank you all for for your participation, and great seeing you. I look forward to next year, where I hope to come as well and visit your beautiful region. But thank you for sharing your work and your passion, and I learned a lot today, and I bet the audience did as well. So let's raise that fund, huh?
Yeah, cheers, waiting.
Yes.
Come on,
Yay!
let's
All right.
I'm
Thank you so
representing
much.
Central America. Only Salvador.
Bye bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao.
Pedro.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.